So in today's video, I'm going to show you how to make a Gorilla Tag fan game. So first thing you ever want to do is you want to go to your browser and then search up unity.com/download. Then you click on download, and then it should bring you to rather that for Windows, or you can scroll down and then click on one of these download. You have it. So it should probably be on your desktop. You're gonna open it and then it'll tell you to sign in. If you do not have a Unity account, you have to make one. It's not that hard. Basically, you just hit create account, use your Gmail, and I think you have to verify it. But again, what you're gonna have to do now is go to installs, go to install editor, and if it's not in here, because I'm correct, it wouldn't be. It is the custom. This link will also be in the description because it is recommended. As I could do, I'm just pasting all the links. Alright, but as you can see, search to LTS default. I'll go to 2021 or 2022, doesn't really matter. I do 2021 just in case, and then if you have problems, then go to this. But then what I do is I scroll down to it's either 22 or 21. I recommend getting 21 right here, and then just click on install, and then you'll have it installed on your thing. Then whenever you come over here, then you hit locate, and then you go into your thing, and then find your version that you have. Then you go to projects, and then you hit new project. See me, I'm making a whole entire new fan game. Make sure this is on whatever you just installed. So for me, I recommend to install this. So that's what we're going to be using in today's tutorial, so people actually know what to do. Now, it doesn't really matter. You should probably do that core one. Shouldn't really do any other one, even though it does say VR. Do not do that. Again, that's fine. There's no problem with it. But this is just to get you starting, no multiplayer, no nothing like that. So second, what you're going to do is you're going to go to the probably first link in the description. It'll bring you to this page, github.com/another-axum slash gorilla locomotion slash blob slash main slash gorilla locomotion.unity page. Now, I already downloaded this, as you can see up here. So what you would do is you would go into your new game, click on this, right click, go or hit import package, hit custom package, and then you go to your download folder that I just told you where to download it at. Mine is in this one. And then what you're going to do is you're going to try and go and find your gorilla locomotion. Mine is right here. Why do I sound like a country person? But what's actually going to happen is that you're going to be installing this. You just need to give it a quick second. Hit reload. Now, you have this. Go on resources. I go to Gorilla Prefabs, or what I do, I go to scenes, Gorilla, and then Gorilla Locomotion, because it gives you all of this already pre-did, pre-ground, all of that good stuff. Now, directional light, I'm not really sure if you want that, so what I'll do is I just turn it off and delete it. Now you have the environment, everything. Now, if you want to scale it weirdly to like your own liking, that's what happens when we unclick on this check mark, and then it will just do it randomly. I'll do like 3.1 maybe, because how small it is and it looks funnier. And then really you could do anything else you want from here. It's basically all set up. Now if you want multiplayer, we'll be able to do that. But the last couple things is this script, there's a reason why. Do not go to here and open it or whatever. You have to go to Window, Package Manager. Now me, what I do, anything, I go to Unity Registry, and then I automatically get Pro Builder. No matter what, it will help you in the future. Is you wait for it to be done installing. It shouldn't take that long. I think it already is. But, and then you go to get URL up here. You go to Unity Registry, click on this, and then click on get URL. This will also be pasted in the description because I'm not really sure if people know how to spell this. So it's com.unity.xr.interaction toolkit. The only reason why I'm copying it is just so I can put it in this notepad here, which I have for you guys. So I'm gonna unpause this whenever it's done. Alright, so now I have Pro Builder installed. I'm not sure if the other thing installed. No, yeah, this is the reason why. You have to go to Edit, Project Settings. You have to go down to, I think it should be, actually, I'm gonna set up player real quick and then I'll let you know. Give me a second. Next, what you're going to do is you're going to scroll down to the bottom, XR Plugins Management. I should just quit this video. XR Plugins, XR Plugin Management System. All that. Then, next. Wow. For this computer, this is only if you're going to use people. I mean, you should probably do it anyways. Click on OpenXR for this computer thing. Just let it do its thing for a little bit. Now me, I'll be keeping the video on, but my mic off. Let it do it. Probably should have saved before, but that's fine. Now what you'll do next is you're going to click on this and then hit fix all. And if it doesn't fix all, that's fine. Over here, you're going to go to this OpenXR. Gonna click on multipass for this. Down here, you're going to go to Valve Index. That should be it. Now, if you click over to Android, go to multipass. Click over Oculus Touch Controller. MetaQuest support. That should turn on after I install this other thing. You just need to give me a second. It's taking a little bit longer than what I thought. So you do that, and then go back over here, go to Android, click on Oculus, of course. I like my suki. Oh my god. There's only 13 days until Christmas. Drop a Christmas in the chat? I'm kidding. But say Christmas in the comments if you're excited for it. If the comments are turned on. You see how this? That's fine. It's just telling you those updated. So and then you go here, you go to multipass, you go over here, you click on multipass, you go to this whatever. This is whatever split screen you want to do. I'll do my game tag. You could turn on Quest Pro. I do not recommend it because really nobody else uses that. I'm not really sure who does. And then low overhead. Ooh, Quest 3. I'm not sure why that could be why my game hasn't been updating. But low overhead mode, you turn on that. Should be it for there. Yeah, see, 0 issues. You can go to console. This is just telling you it got updated. You'll clear that, and then, like how I said earlier, the git URL, I should still have it copied and pasted. Yes, you add it, and then this should pop up. Just give it a second. If any errors pop up, and then you cannot clear them, this is what you're gonna do. I mean, no matter what, you still have to do this, but this version, it's not the correct version, so you should probably go down here and then click on the recommended and hit update to this version. There are issues with it, but I do have a problem solver thing on my whiteboard right next to me, so I'll unpause this whenever it's ready. And then after you do that, this should be like this, and then it should say XR Interaction Toolkit, and then it should be currently installed on this version. Just to make sure, click on that again, click on Starter Assets, and click on Import. I'm not feeling the greatest today. And then you're gonna have to give this probably around 10 seconds of your time. And then next what you're going to do is you're going to go to, after that's imported, you gotta X that out because that's not really important right now. What you can do is do not worry about if your things like this. That happens. You're gonna click on samples, XR Interaction Toolkit 2.2.0, starter assets, go to Used to be a thing that had presets in its old folder, but what to do is you have to do it one by one. You have it. This Gorilla Rig probably, yes, now it has it. And since it says it's been decapitated, or it says use XR origin, so you gotta use XR or origin. Oh well, what you gotta do is remove it and then you just gotta do XR origin. I'm not sure what this was. Real quick. Camera floor offset object is your main camera. The camera game object is literally just camera. Tracking mode not specified. Camera offset will be the exact same as what was just there, 2.5, because that is the normal type. Alright, and then I'll remove this. I'll have to do remove. Remember, that'll still be there if you want it. Now your camera, you could go under your Gorilla Rig to Gorilla Player, and then click on your camera. Whatever POV you think is best. I also do physical camera, because it is way better, in my opinion. Now that's good right there. That's also good right there. Trackables is just your controllers. So let's say you want to move your left hand. See, so you'll figure out. So you move it, see? Then you should be able to move with it. Now this left hand, depends what spear it is. It's probably the one on bottom. You do not have to do it, but you could name it. Like you have to hit unplay so it actually saves. You could name it left sphere. Left sphere. Then if you want to on the right one, of course, the same thing, right sphere, or you could just do right R sphere. Now, again, some tutorials do need this sometimes. Now, in your environment, if you want a good map, I recommend you could keep these if you want, just to have them. Figured what you could do is you could go to the floor icon, right here. Then you could go to Tools, Pro Builder window. It will pop up this. Me, I just go into bottom, as of course, because it's easier. So you could rather do this with a cube. It's more recommended to delete the floor and then make click on this, create 3D object, click a plane, make it floor or whatever you want to call it. I'd name it floor to keep it organized, and then you put it under environment. See, I would put it right here and then whatever. It does it by, I'm not really sure, but what I do then is I drag it up to, doesn't really matter if it's sticking out of the bottom, nobody else will see. Remember, planes are only one-way see-through, so try to remember that. Now, what you are going to have to do, you'll notice you have stuff up here that you could select from. Now, most people will just use this. And that's what I will do in today's video. So what you got to do, on the ground, hit Pro Builderize, and then you see all of these lines in it. My thing is, most of the time, I'll be able to not have as many as those in the ground. But this time, I'm kind of unlucky. But basically, what you could try and do is, I'm trying to remember how to do it, because you used to be able to do just, wait a second. See, what most people also does, which I'm going to do this video, because I do not feel like doing that much. Set each one to 4, and 4, use 6 if you want a decent girl tag map. But you go from wherever you want to, and you go like here, I guess. Now, as you can see, now there's only 6, and then you can scale it without it changing, if I'm correct. Yes. And then what you gotta do is I move it up to my thing. Take this edge tool right here. If you want like the edges to be thick, which I do not recommend doing, you could select this face option and hold down control and then select all the faces all around the edges. Give me a second. Actually, before you do that, if you want this map to be like anything special, like a special shape, you could like move these like in, out, maybe around a little bit, like corners. Try not to go too sharp on it. I mean, you don't really have to do the step, but hey, that's what I'm doing. So I will go like this most of the time. And you know, just make whatever you want. Not too shabby, not too bad, not too boring for the people. Now, since I have this, actually, it's a little bit small, so I will have to scale it up. Oh, that's big. No diddy. This will probably be a good size. No diddy. Now, you do not have this yet, but you could import whatever texture you want. Right now, I'm gonna do grass, because as you can see right now, this actually looks decent. Do you see this Pro Builder shape script? Bink. You do not have to have that. That's just in case if you want it. Now, what you're not really going to do, but what you can do is you are going to take this edge thing, like I was just saying earlier, select all of the outside edges. Now, yes, it will probably take a hot minute, but not that bad if you think about it. See, I'm already done. Then you gotta click on Pro Builder. If I'm correct, it should be extrude edges, and then as you can see, went up a little bit. You could go up as high as you want. For me, I'm not even going that high. I'm probably gonna go around here. And then what you can do is you could hit extrude edges one more time, and then as you can see, it could go like this. You could rather go up for a ceiling, but if you want it to be like another, what is it called? You could line it up. If you want it to be like another floor, you could use a scale tool, scale it outwards, as you can see. See, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna scale it like this much probably. I'm gonna move it over a little bit just in case. Some textures doesn't really work that well. Scratch. But I do that. You hit extrude, and then you can bring it up as high as you want. Now, my personal opinion is you go like this, and then just so people cannot get out, you make a cube. Remember, you have to pro builderize each one of them if you really want to use them. Like with the Pro Builder tool down here, which is really easy to use. I scale it like this. This is why I do not keep on the directional light, because it will be blocked. And then if you do use directional light, you're gonna create a new plane, flip it upside down. So really, no matter what, I'm gonna turn off the mesh render. But there's still a collider right here, so they cannot go through it. As you can see, they cannot go through it, because actually the cube, just like this, and then they'll just get blocked off, so they cannot go through. And then if you put off a mesh renderer like this, if you take it off, then it looks like you're just in an open world. Now you're probably like, ew, it looks so ugly, it's all green, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Wow. You could go here, 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 here. You could well, first of all, I'm gonna name the grass. It's grass. And then what you can do is you gotta click on each and every one. I know it's boring, whatever, blah, 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 deal with it. But what you're going to do to make a map is you're going to click on each and every one. I recommend also doing the top one while you're still on this one. Now me, I did it for multiple times, so I'm going really fast with it. No diddy. But you should probably not go as fast as I'm going, because you might mess up. And then whenever you have this, all the sides, I normally go to detach faces, not delete, detach, and then it'll make your own walls. So I'll name it as walls, keep it under the environment right here. Then what you have to do next is I normally, select the walls as a whole object like this, not the grass, because that's the grass right there. But if you select on the walls and then see this logo, you could place it on here to make all of them. And then you see how scratched it is, and people might not like it that much since how scratched it is. I do this for pixelated textures, because that's what my game is gonna be. So like here, you go to repeat, point, no filter, click on this, and then click on 512. so it looks at least decent. But you're like, ew, it's so scratchy, it looks so boring. What you could do is you could go to this newly created materials folder. All right. I'll also link a texture thing down in the description. Now, I have linked a texture down in the description, a texture pack down in the description for you guys to use. Now, what I do is I normally turn off smoothness on both of these because it gives it that shine. This gives it more like physics, I guess you could call it. Like if you have directional light on, it'll light up more. If you don't, then it'll just go darker like how it is here. I try to make it cartoonish so it doesn't really matter for me. Now, since you have these, you could also change it for this tiling right here. You could change it so it looks better however you want it, however you want the walls to look. Now me, I'll just go like this, I guess, and then like this. However you want it to look. Again, this right here, I think it looks decent. Good on the bottom, decent on top. Now, basically, you're all set up next, unless if you want to do one thing and give me a second to remember. Then, this is the other thing that I did want to do. If you want to make a new map, let's say, doesn't really matter where. If you want to just make a box, if you just want to make a city, if you just want to make a beach, if you just want to make a whatever. It's a me, a whatever. Now this tutorial is a little bit long, so I'm going to put the playfab tutorial in a different video. But what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to select one of these walls, or one of these. I recommend doing a short wall like this because it's very easier to do on. And then what I do is I hit extrude faces. And what I do is you could make the tunnel as long as you want. I suggest doing it outside of your world. Excuse me. But what you could do is, well, first of all, you can make this own tunnel, like literally called city or whatever. This will just be a tut map, so I'm gonna just name it TM for tutorial map, because of course this is a tutorial. And now that's there. They cannot see it through this grass. Now, basically, click on the edge. Again, what you gotta do is you got to do extrude faces. Now it depends how long you want, or you could do it however long you want the map to be. For me, I'm not going that long, so I'm gonna go right here, and then what I do again is I make it bigger. Actually, yeah, this is what I do. Make it bigger, maybe. So sorry about you having to hear every single click that I do and all that. My mic just died. Uh, it'll be able to work in a bit. You're gonna have to give it a while. But what I'm going to do today, again, we are going to continue making this map. So after you do that with the walls, you scale it up so that bottom little line right here is lined up. Doesn't matter if it has to be perfect or not. Again, this is just a map. Doesn't really matter that much unless you really care. Unlike me, don't really care that much. But you could go like this. And what you can do, you could go to extrude faces, and you're like, oh no, it went that way. Whoop! Look at that! Wow! And then you could go like this. Now for me, I do have a like stone type of texture. So just give me a second to go and find that, and then I'm gonna show you how to put it on this thing, the TM. Wait a second. TM is the walls, but you do not want it to be the walls. So how do you fix that? Again, you click on here, 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 here. Again, I forgot to do this just like a couple seconds ago. Here, 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 and don't forget the one that you're always outside of. Here. Now, you have all that, and you're like, it's so not a map. Be quiet. Wait a second. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to hit detach faces, and then whenever you hit detach faces, you could, name it TM. This is TM1, even though it probably shouldn't. This is, walls, because it still should be at. And then next, this map, I'm going to go and find my own type of material for this, so just give me a second. And now you have your own city map. So that will be all for today's video. But will be the next video will be a video about Photon VR that I'm probably gonna record probably after I take a 10-minute break. So after I'm done taking a 10-minute break, after I'm done editing this video, I'm going to make a video about Photon VR. So if you want to see that, please go ahead, like, subscribe, and I don't really know.